Do you know your most productive hours? Have you ever noticed that there are times when you can't just blast through a huge project in an hour? And then there are those times when you find it difficult to even do a small task such as answer a simple email. I want you to know that this is normal and that you can manage your time and be more productive just by leveraging your energy. Yes, we all have times during the day when we experience an energy apex. That is the hyper state of productivity and focus. The key is identifying when you're at your most productive hours. And then you can schedule tasks that require more focus and energy into those time frames. In today's chat, I want to give you a plan to help you leverage your energy so that you can become more productive. We all have a natural cycle that our bodies follow in a 24-hour period. Those cycles ebb and flow as 90 to 100-minute rhythms, which suggest that our 24-hour day are impacted by the cycle and that the cycles dictate our energy levels. I hope that makes sense. We all follow the same cycle. The only difference is when that cycle starts, and what I mean by that is cycles start differently for a morning person and a night owl person, as well as those that are considered what I call middayers. That's a word I made up. At the beginning of each cycle is when the energy is at its apex or the highest. And that is also when we have the ability to maintain our focus. As that cycle starts to end, that is when we experience the tiredness and mental fuzziness, and it starts to increase. This is when our cycle is flowing into the lowest energy flow or the valley. If we were to take a look at it on a graph, we would see it would basically follow that type of a path. So if you think about it this way, when you wake up, your energy picks up and you move into your top energy apex. This level can be maintained for 90 to 120 minute cycle. Then the energy begins to dip or decrease. This is when the body is going into the rest and recovery state. This lower energy state could be a 20-minute recovery cycle before the energy would begin to pick up again. This is the normal cyclical energy cycle that we all experience every day. So when you try to push through and work more hours, and you don't stop and take a recovery break at the end, you end up being less productive. You experience what we call the law of diminishing returns, and your output is less. Let me say this in another way. Let's say you work 60 hours in 1 week. Your output would not equal 60 hours of productivity. Now, if you worked on a focused, high important work during your energy apex and took breaks to recover during the low periods, you would actually get more done in that same work week, working less hours. Now, the reason why that is the case is because when you use your energy apex time, you're able to focus. You're able to make critical decisions. You feel more alert. And you're able to work on projects that require problem-solving skills. When you work on those types of activities, when you're at the lower energy cycle, or what I call the recovery period, you will feel mentally fatigued or fuzzy thinking. Your overall ability to make decisions is vastly diminished, and everything will take longer to get through. In addition to that, physically, you will feel tired. The trick is to utilize your low energy cycles for routine type, unimportant, and less complicated tasks, such as reading, filing, cleaning, organizing. A great way to recharge during this time is to take a walk or even take a nap. So Knowing your own personal energy cycle is a great way to schedule your day to get the most out of your time. So now that you are aware of this, the next question is, how do you determine your most productive times during the day? The answer to that is by tracking your energy cycles. This will enable you to easily identify your energy apex cycles as well as those recovery periods during the day. This can be done by using a simple piece of paper or a document online, or what I like to use better is an Excel spreadsheet. This is a great way to actually see your daily cycle in a chart. So what I want you to do is just take a very simplified piece of paper and start tracking it. Now I have created a very simplistic, systematic approach that helps you to track your energy cycle to maximize your productivity by tracking the 4 elements of energy. And that is what I call my PMS plus E system, which relates to the physical, the mental, the spiritual, and the emotional aspects of energy. When you start to track your own personal energy cycles each hour, you will then be able to see a clearly defined cycle pattern. And the process is simple. You write down a number between 1 to 5 that represents your level in each of the elements each hour. The 1 represents a very low and 5 would represent very high. And then when you do this, you can review it quickly and just look at how the energy cycle changes over the day. Now, the longer you track it, the more clarity you will gain. And the extra benefit of tracking longer is that you will be able to develop a pattern that will show you not only what times of each day you're most energized, but what days of the week are stronger for you as well. So with this information, you can then schedule and plan out your week and days to match your energy, to achieve more in less time. Now, a full energy cycle trend analysis can reveal so much more about your most important times of the day and how you can correlate that with your full potential. Utilizing the data from the PMS plus E elements is an example. Let's say that your energy is tracking at a 5, very high, yet you're not able to focus. Well, that could indicate that your mental element is experiencing interruptions, or you're being distracted. Or let's say you're working on a project that is in alignment with your spiritual core elements, yet your emotional element is tense. A quick reflection could reveal that you're still feeling the effect of a negative event, and you'll need to work through that before you can resume your work. It is extremely fascinating how much you can learn and reveal by learning the proper techniques of energy management. You can really leverage the information and pick up on the little gems that are revealed when you add notes about why you feel one way over another within all of those 4 elements. And when you go back and look at the cycles, you'll see trends, and it reveals so much about your energy cycle. It explains not only your apex, but so much more about you. And that's when you can harness that information and you can leverage that information to become hyper productive. Okay, so when you go back and take a look at the cycles and your trends, you can see not only when your energy cycles were at the apex, but you could also understand the why for each cycle as it pertains to all 4 elements. I know I have some incredible information here that I'm sharing with you, and I hope it all makes sense. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to share this information, and stay with me and join me in my Facebook group to learn more and more. So tell me in the comments below, did you enjoy this topic? What are your questions? How are you managing your energy? And hey, feel free to share this with your friends and stop back for more tips and information on time management and productivity. And until the next time I see you, have a wonderful day.